It's your brother, the indescribable 1981, back at y'all again. Coming back at y'all with another video. This video got to do with yourself. This video got a lot to do with yourself. Man, it's so much out here happening right now. First thing we do is, when we see things happening in the world, is we judge and criticize. I know, because it's something that's in us all, where we just look at stuff and look at that. Look, why is that man doing that? Look over there. Why is that lady doing that? Oh, look at this. Look at that. You know, when you do that all day, that drains you. Looking at people all day, it drains you. You see, when it comes to things that deal with yourself that's real important, it seems like the most important things to do with yourself seem to be the hardest. Like, it's hard for a person to go the whole day and ignore people, because you'll feel bad that somebody say hello to you, man or woman or a child, and you just kept going, act like you didn't hear them speaking to you. You'll feel weird, because as a human, you love to interact with others, and you feel obligated, or like some type of way. So it's like when a person feel obligated to something, they feel pressure into doing something they really don't want to do. When a person feels entitled, then that's when a person in their own right, in their own mind, feel like they can get whatever they want to get because they friends with this person, or they can have what they want to have because they know they live next door to the president and they wouldn't mind. One thing about life right now, you must focus on taking care of yourself. Because see, when you take care of yourself, now your body can radiate life, and others are taken care of and inspired by that. So when they see life in you, that inspire them to want to take care of themselves. And if they don't know how to, by them seeing that light in you, they feel like you know something, because that light is in you. Can't hide it. So they have to approach you and ask you, hey, what's what? What's this? What's that? When it comes to what they really need to work on. But those who are attracted to the light in you are probably like, hey, man, your face is so shiny. You look like you're glowing. What is that? What is that? They'll try to play dumb, and then some of them probably is something they never seen before, because you have so many fake people out here and so many soulless people that's walking around. Even though they breathing, they just dead in the brain. They dead. You talk to them, it's like they looking right through you. I mean, they just straight dead. You can't help but recognize when somebody comes around and they got life in them, and they vibrating, and they look like they got a aura around them, or energy field around them. You rarely see these things nowadays, because it's so much fake and dead shit. Think about that. If I walk down the street and I see apples all day long, apples, 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 and then I walk down one street and I see a whole bunch of apples, but then out of them whole bunch of apples, I see one orange out of all them apples that stand out, I can't help but focus on the orange and notice the orange, because I'm so used to seeing the apples. It's like I'm colorblind. So when I see a different color, that orange sticking up out of the apples that's red, I'm like, oh, hey, I ain't never see that before. Hey, it been a minute since I seen something different, Hey. That's how I respond in life. And it's like, this is what people are looking for when it comes to having a relationship with God. They looking for something to come like the same way, as if God can only work through one person that so-called might owe you something, and you're looking for God to get that one person to it. And let's say that person die today or dies tomorrow. Now they don't owe you because they dead. You can't get a payment from a dead person. So something may happen where you walk across the same amount of money that the person owe you on the ground, because they died and they wasn't able to pay you. Your good deeds still gonna come back to you, whether it's through a person, whether it's through the earth returning it back to you, lost and found, somebody leaving something by mistake, or somebody just giving you something out the blue and it just so happened to be what you wanted. But God work in mysterious ways. We got to focus on ourselves. Too many people want to run to the churches for forgiveness and prayer with God when you're supposed to go inside your own closet in your house or in some bushes in a forest. The whole point is being in private and 0 point with the Creator and talking to your Creator. Talking to yourself is almost like talking to your Creator, because the Creator hear what you hear. The Creator looking through your eyes right with you into this phone right now, into this computer screen. The Creator looking through you when you're looking at others, and they look at you like they can see in your eyes you judging them. That's because they can see God in their eyes and they can see a reflection of themselves that they know they need to change. You can come around a person and don't say a no word at all. You could come around a person and say don't have to say any goddamn thing at all. Just sit silent. And because they uncomfortable in that silence, because they're not at peace within, they'll start telling on themselves through their body language, what they say out their mouth, how they act, and basically how they respond to your presence. People feel something different and something new. It sometimes it frightens them and scares them. But at the same time, for another person, it may be a beautiful thing because they used to seeing the same old shit. When something different and new comes along, of course you're gonna see something that captures you and you're gonna stare and be stuck in a state of shock and awe. That's what the divine creator wants. Because if we do things the way that we know it, after a while we gonna get tired of it. After a while we gonna get bored. After a while we're gonna be like, man, I wanna change up. I'm tired of it. I keep doing this. So wouldn't it make sense for the creator, an immortal spirit, to continuously create? As a creator, things that are brand new the next moment that you never seen ever in your life. And this may be the first time that you seeing it and the last time, because it only happens once. Each moment is something different happening for once. Each moment, you can't keep up with that. And when you have a person in life like that who lives like spirit, one day they like this, the next day they like that, but either day that they like this or that, they still connected to that which is love and life. So they may look harsh one day, or they may give you tough love. They may talk to you calm one day and be nurturing and understanding. Then it may be another day they may just sit there and look at you crazy and let you speak, and they hear you, but they seem like they ignoring you. They just speaking to you just through eye gazing. Long as you have life here, long as you know what it means to go back inside your heart, sit silent sometime with your eyes closed, just like this, listening to the sounds, the traffic, the cars, birds singing, silence. Feel your skin tingling, the top of your hairs on your head tingling, your body being connected to the unseen when you sit in silence a lot. And be still and pay attention to how your body feeling, your legs, your toes sensation. It's good to have a check-in with your body. You know how you go in these neighborhoods and you got these thugs and these gangsters, these Bloods and Crips. They always talk about, oh, you got to check in, you got to check in. A lot of people don't check in with their mind or their body in the morning. They don't check in with how their breathing is. They don't check in the way their stomach rise up and down when they breathe in and out. See, when you can check in with the important things in life, you'll start to see things in life happen for you as if, man, I ain't have to check in. I just walked through. God grace. These people gave me $100, and I don't know these people from nowhere, out of nowhere. What is going on? The irrational, crazy shit happening out the blue you didn't expect. That's how the Creator functions in life. So it's like you can never get sick, you can never die, you can never be bored, you can never run out of creativity. Never ending. Just like the movie The Never Ending Story back in the late 80s, early 90s. The Never Ending Story. Never Ending Story. You know, you could live a life as if everything happened to you. When people fake like they done been through something and they haven't. Or you could live life as if nothing happened to you, where you're going through experiences in life, but it's not really attaching to you and it ain't really stuck in your memory like it's going to affect you if something happened to you. You know, some of my best memories is situations I was in where I didn't fight, I didn't retaliate, I didn't have to get physical or violent, but I let it go. I let a lot of stuff go, man, that other people look at it or fuck with their minds. Man, I can't believe you let that. But then in my head, I'm like, hey, it was just an experience. That shit over with. So it's whatever. It's hard for people to understand a person like that. Man, he just went through that crazy shit. That man spit in his face and he just wiped the spit off and smiled and say, thank you, my brother. And kept on walking. That fuck a person head up because the normal responses and reactions into life is based on what we've been taught and how we've been programmed. But you can program yourself and focus on yourself as a child of the creator to not respond to anger, to not respond to violent threats like other people would, but you just act like it's, it's just an experience. And before you know it, you'll inspire others to be strong like that too. But they can't copy that type of strength. They can't copy it. Reason they can't copy it is because it's something inside you. It's something nobody can copy your insides. Nobody can copy your insides. You ask for the creator and the Holy Spirit and the spirit world to help you build your own inner strength. See, this is where you have to have an individual relationship with yourself and the creator. We all here, but we all have bodies here. And we all in tune with each other's here. And we all mixed in and intermingling with each other's aura here. So one of us focusing on ourselves and just tuning everybody out and focusing on ourselves and our body, we can radiate so much life that'll penetrate others, and it just will be a chain reaction of bodies radiating life. That's your daytime when your body go to glowing. Your nighttime is the dark matter that you made up of when you're in darkness growing in your mama womb. So we dark matter mixed with light. The two should become one. Everything's just one. But it's one, but it's one big gigantic one. You feel me? And inside that one big gigantic one, we are many little ones inside that big gigantic one. So even down to simple speaking, simple language to explain something, it's truly possible. We think it's hard to explain spiritual things. It is. But there are things and ways you can get close to explaining things. And when people catch it, they say, I think I got you on that. I got you. I caught you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And you take it as that because you yourself, when you see something as a difficult situation and you see somebody speaking in codes or they speaking funny and sideways, they might be, body language and stuff. And then you're like, oh, okay. You know what? Yeah, I see what you're saying. You know what I mean? So, and that's what makes life so fun and beautiful because you always learning. You always, not overthinking, but you always alert to thoughts. And you always alert to the fact that if you feel stuck in the way that you think, you got a way out through your body by taking deep breaths. If you get stuck thinking too doggone much, overthinking, go take your long walk, good long walk, stare at the grass, stare at the clouds, watch the birds and stuff, and you'll be surprised. The thoughts all of a sudden slip away, especially if you see like a big old iguana or a snake come across your path. Like you ain't thinking then, or worried about that. You, ooh, look at that big old snake. You know what I mean? And then eventually the thoughts overpower you again and you go back to thinking about stuff. Unless that snake was a changing, alchemizing point where when you saw it, you lost your train of thought and it didn't matter. So now you're just alert and your mind clear. As above, so below. Spiritual world right here with us, just like our bodies right here with us. Everything really right here, close together, working as one. It seemed like it's distance because we see illusions of distance. My arm stretching way out away from my face. That's an illusion. But you take your arm away, take your face away, you're invisible now. You're still right here. So an invisible version of you, the arm is still like right there in front of your face, like in the astral world. Like you're stretching images that you can't see into different shapes and stuff. So instead of it being like instead of a circle being like a crystal ball or a basketball, it'll now be an invisible ball, astral ball, an emotional ball. Like you give it a different name and describe it based on whether it's something you can see and touch or something that's unseen, you know. So I love y'all. Y'all be easy as I upload this video. May y'all have a peaceful day. Stay in touch with yourself. To be in touch with yourself is focusing on the creator, God that breathes inside the nostrils of yourself. When you look in the mirror, you're looking with the eyes of the creator at a body and a reflection that it wouldn't matter if no mirrors or no lakes was on the earth where you could look and see your reflection to know that you're alive. You can easily look downward and stretch your arm out and realize you're alive and this is you. It's all you. But the real you is underneath all of this. The real you sits in darkness. And this world here where you sit outside in the light, this the outer you. But the real inner you is what's behind this wall right here. I'm in the darkness. And in the darkness, the energy of love that I have in the darkness shooting through this wall and shining out as a body like me and a hand and eyes where I can see and look outward and receive vision. But the real me is not the body that you see moving and talking to you. The real me is behind this wall here in the darkness, sending invisible energy through the wall, making me speak to y'all. The real me is in the darkness. If y'all can catch that, then you know out of the darkness, God created the light. I love y'all.